can say yes to, President Bush. The Department of Homeland Security, Michael Chertoff, Secretary, could say yes to Haiti on this issue. And also responding to the $30 million+ that Haiti needs right now to subsidize the cost of rice. Rice has increased over 3 weeks, over the period of the last 3 weeks, from $700 a metric ton to over $1,000. So that is, I mean, it's just really out of price. And as you know, also we have the Hope 2 legislation that is being discussed now. I do believe in the coming days we'll be able to release the information of the second part of Hope 2, but the Ways and Means Committee is working very fast and hard through the leadership of Chairman Rangel and also the members of the Congressional Black Caucus in getting that into the big ag bill that will be moving through Congress. This is the kind of assistance that Haiti needs now. This is what President Preval needs to hear from this country, that we're willing to do what we have to do to respond to the crisis and the emergency. I can tell you, and I will share as I move back with the rest of my colleagues to speak, Congressman Hastings has said already other countries of the size of Haiti has been in need before in a crisis. The United States has responded quicker to those countries than they've responded to Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Yes, we do have assets on the ground. Yes, we do have a good mission on the ground, U.S. mission on the ground. But with all of that and the international community being there, we still have Haitians that are starving. We still have Haitians that are going to try to leave, to feed their families, and we still have Haitians trying to flee thuggery because of poverty. Thank you, and I look forward to answering any questions later on.
Thank you very much, David. Two other members, and then we're going to open it for questions. Congresswoman Barbara Lee, First Vice Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Thank you very much, and let me thank you, Chairman Kilpatrick, for your leadership, and all of the members of the Congressional Black Caucus for coming together once again to express our deep concern about the current crisis in Haiti, and also just about the people of Haiti and the humanitarian concerns that all of us have as it relates to our response now, which we must step up to the plate and respond to immediately. Let me say a couple of things about the crisis. First of all, Haiti has keenly felt the rise in global food prices, which have gone up over 40% since the mid-2007. 8% of Haiti's population lives on less than $2 a day. $2 a day. Meanwhile, the cost of staple foods, which Haiti's economy depends on, such as rice, beans, fruit, condensed milk, has gone up by 50%. 50% in just the past year. The high cost of food in Haiti has led to anti-government protests and riots in which at least 5 people have died and 40 people have been wounded. And so these reactions are extreme, but this is a humanitarian crisis that could jeopardize Haiti's security and its capacity of its democratic institutions to govern effectively. And so the response that we are talking about helps not only with the humanitarian crisis that we must be concerned about, because this is a moral issue that we all have to address, but it also helps to begin to stabilize the situation in Haiti so that we can move forward to help with the long-term development goals, such as providing for clean water and health care and education and trade and aid, all of those issues which Haiti deserves the United States to address in a very robust fashion. And so I just want to say thank you to all of my colleagues in the Congressional Black Caucus. I have a very active Haitian community in my district. Also, I have a very engaged community that is concerned about the people of Haiti in terms of its future and in terms of our U.S. foreign policy. As a member of the Foreign Operations Subcommittee of the Appropriations Committee, I'm going to continue to work to make sure that all of the resources are there to make sure that the Haitian people not only survive but thrive. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congressman Danny Davis from Illinois.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. And I'm pleased to be here and simply join with my colleagues in the Congressional Black Caucus as we reiterate a position that we have long had. And that is, we have not sufficiently come to the aid. That is, we have not done so in this country, nor has the international community done as much and as effectively as it could to come to the need of people in Haiti. I have been to Haiti where people simply didn't have water to drink. They had to walk miles just to get water. We're helping to build a well in a town. We call upon our country, one of the wealthiest nations that you can imagine, to provide a level of aid that seriously conveys a commitment to the Haitian people. We also call upon private donors, individual citizens, humanitarian relief organizations to open their coffers and purses, and let's prevent a real tragedy from occurring. Let's provide adequate aid to the Haitian people.
And Councilwoman Brown will be available to answer many of your questions along with the other delegations. But lastly, let me call on Congresswoman Sheila Jackson-Lee from Houston, Texas.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I serve on the Foreign Affairs Committee and chair the Congressional Children's Caucus, and I think the point that the Congressional Black Caucus, which I'm delighted to join with the leadership of my members from Florida and around the nation, is that it would be almost as if you looked out your window as you were dining on a very expensive and delectable meal and looked in the backyard and saw a raging population of poor and impoverished and hungry and did nothing to help them. These are our neighbors and they are dying. The Haitians are living on less than $2 a day. They are the most impoverished country in the Western Hemisphere. And what I would like to say to the President, what would you do about dying children, pregnant mothers, and elderly, and the vulnerable? We know that malnutrition creates disease. And so first, of course, I join my colleagues as a former ranking member on the Immigration Subcommittee for TPS status. They cannot go back. There is nothing for them to go back to. And this is something that Secretary Chertoff and the President can do immediately. Secondarily, I think it is crucial as we ask for food assistance that the United Nations does more. And then I think it is important to focus on the most vulnerable. That is the sick, the elderly, and the children. And next week we will hold a briefing on the impact of the food crisis on the children around the world with a focus on Haiti. This is a crisis press conference calling on the President to respond immediately. In fact, I would suggest that the President, even today, respond to our request and as well indicate how much more food aid can go to Haiti today. I thank my colleagues and I will look forward to the fight because it is a fight to save lives.
So as we open the conference, I brought to you that Tom Shannon, Assistant Secretary for the Western Hemisphere, did visit along with an international group. They are releasing $1 million immediately to help subsidize the rice and its cost and to reduce its cost. Also $5.5 million reprogramming funds so they can meet the crisis that Haiti faces. And $34 million food security that will come from UN, USAID, and the State Department working together. We say we appreciate that, but what you've heard is we need more. TPS is number one. That will begin to alleviate much of the problem. We'll have questions. I think I'm going to call on Congressman Kingley Meek to come and handle the questions, and we'll all be available to answer them.
Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Obviously, we don't have a question, but would you address yourself some of your findings with reference to the need in the area of drug enforcement in Haiti?
Yeah, well, thank you, Congressman Hastings, and then I'm gonna, I think what I'm gonna do before I get to that is recognize Congresswoman Brown, who said that not only does she have a question, she has a statement.
I thought you all was going to ask a question so that I could answer that question. But I just returned from Haiti. I personally went there before this crisis, and it was a crisis before the crisis. And I can tell you we are blessed that we live here in the United States. But what we take for granted, education, health care, infrastructure, food, water, it just doesn't exist. I personally work and organize, and we carry a